The next sheet in the workbook is the construction cost calculation sheet. We touched briefly on this sheet when we were discussing the building and the construction costs in the data entry sheet. This particular sheet provides 5 ways of either estimating, or calculating, the construction cost in a project. The first of these methods, Method 1, is purely and simply an estimate of construction costs. Essentially what you are doing is just establishing a budget for the project by entering an estimate in these fields. Once you've done this, you need to select Method 1 as we did previously, in the building and construction costs of the data entry sheet. The second method, Method 2, is for those people who want to project manage the construction themselves by obtaining individual quotes from subcontractors. The list provided in this section is a simple checklist of the types of quotes and types of trades that you will need to engage in a construction project. When these amounts are entered, they are merely totaled to provide a total cost of construction, and then in the data entry sheet, in the building construction cost section, you need to select Method 2, for the method of construction. Method 3 provides a means of calculating the construction costs based on an estimate per square, or per square meter. By entering a size of each unit, either in square meters or squares, and the approximate cost per square meter or square, the program will automatically calculate the total cost of construction. In addition to these items, there is a simple checklist of additional items that may need to be included that aren't normally included in the cost per square or per square meter of the construction quotes. If this method is used to estimate the cost of the construction, then Method 3 needs to be selected for the method of construction in the building and construction cost section of the data entry sheet. The next method, Method 4, is a fixed builder's quote for the construction in the project. This is, by far, the most reliable method of determining the construction cost in a project. All you need to do is enter the fixed price builder's quote in the cells provided and then select Method 4 on the data entry sheet. Method 5 is by far the most complex method of calculating the construction cost in a project. This method allows you to select a number of parameters from drop-down lists. For example, you can select this capital city location of the construction. You can select the quality and level of finish from a drop-down list as either low, medium or high. You can select the site conditions, whether they are flat, slope or steep, and you can also select room sizes for the average room size for the type of construction that you want to carry out. There is also a drop-down list for selecting the type of construction that includes 3 or 4 bedroom houses and 2 or 3 bedroom townhouses. You'll notice, for example, that when I change the default area sizes from average to large, all of the room sizes change as well as all of the costs per room for construction. This method of calculation can be more flexible. It's not only possible to select the default area sizes, but it is also possible to change them. For example, if we wanted to change the layout for the rumpus room from its default size of 20 to 15 square meters, we just need to enter the new size that we want, the number to 15 in this case, and the number will be used in preference to the default sizes. If we want to remove a room completely from the calculations, then all we need to do is enter an asterisk in the appropriate cell, and as you see, it will remove it completely from the calculations. To reinstate the room or to revert back to the default room size, we need to enter a 0. Now that we have completed making changes and we changed the number of units to the number of units we want to do in the construction, all we then need to do is select Method 5 in the building and construction cost section of the data entry sheet. In addition to the calculations that are made in this program, there is also a number of links to websites which provide exactly the same service, and these can be used for comparisons between the calculations done in this program and the calculations that these sites provide. As you will be aware, construction costs change over time, so there is a button in this section that allows construction cost rates to be updated from rates that are maintained on the internet.